I've had this camera in here for a couple, 3 months. I've pulled the card, I think twice. I know one time there were wolves on it. We've had moose on it. I think we've had bears on it. We're almost to Thanksgiving time, and so I'm really looking forward to pulling. I'm going to leave the bear box here and just take the camera. The lock's frozen. I'm holding it in my hand. Hopefully it'll warm up enough that I can get the lock open. There we go. Must have got a little bit of water in there. It froze. So we had enough things in here, I believe, that it's worth leaving this bear box and putting this in here again. All right, we're gonna get out of here.
When I'm setting cameras up in the spring, I commonly bring Lily with me because there's not a lot of animals in the general area yet. I have this camera set up in this location for exactly 5 months. One of the cool things that we'll find here is that the bulls are going to start out relatively small because they're still growing their antlers. And by the end of this video, their antlers will have went from velvet to hard in the horn, and they'll be much larger than this guy right here. This guy's going to grow a lot over the next 5 months. I appreciate a good pose as much as the next guy. I always like to see animals bed down in front of my game camera. I think it means they're comfortable with the area, and so you're going to see them more frequently. Moose are pretty efficient feeders. I love watching them strip the leaves off branches like that. Another pose. And see that guy's a little lopsided. One side of his antlers is a bit larger than the other side. It makes him identifiable as we go through here. See that? And this is lopsided bull again. And obviously this is him again. It's grown a little bit here. I would say this is a medium-sized grizzly bear. 10 hours later, this moose comes through right where the grizzly was. Is this the same grizzly as before? These are wolves. It's really rare for me to get wolves on game camera, so we'll take one more look at them here in a second. This is the same clip, but I'm just zoomed in here. Three days later, moose basically on the same edge. And this is our lopsided bull here. This is the same bull, but notice he's larger. Good looking animal now. He's got a friend here. And here I am coming to pull the card. I'm not certain that this is the same lopsided bull. It is. That is the same lopsided bull, I think. He's grown quite a bit since we first saw him. He's starting to turn into a good-looking bull. Well, that's perfect. Thank you very much. And these are just glamour shots here. Time for a little nap in the sun. Who doesn't like that? This little calf looks kind of scrawny. Little moose kiss here. I thought that was really interesting watching that cow back up. And I put this in here because moose are all about smell. And so whenever I see a moose urinating, I always wonder who's going to come in and if other animals are going to be smelling that and what's going to happen as a result of that. And so far it looks like nobody cares. But here is another cow leaving scent. See if this guy's interested. Nope, he doesn't care. Not very big. And here I am coming to pull the card again. And this is sped up because of the night sky. Good looking bull there. This guy's broke one antler off partway here. Scent marking again here. You can see someone in the background. Thanks for coming along today, and don't forget to subscribe.